the Cleric pack for sure, and should probably just have that. And we'll just focus on traveling tonight, unless we get bored.
Okay. Cleric pack. Got it.
And come up to the campfire if you would. I was gonna start here.
By the key?
Yeah. Where noobs really log in, yeah.
Gotcha.
Is it just you and I?
Yeah, I'm not sure if Illyrian's around or...
I'm here, but I'm about to have to run up to the store, so I'm not going to be able to stay.
Alright, no problem. I am recording this on my machine, so I can tweak the class and maybe share it. And actually, Midnight from Golgotha has a thread started that's basic. It's got most of what I'm going to talk about tonight, but of course we'll actually do it in-game, which might be a little different.
Dude, one-on-one instruction. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Okay, so if you look at your little mini-map down there on the bottom right, it's just for, since it is one-on-one, I'll get a little in-depth. If you click on that eye, you get that list of like 5 different things.
Gotcha, yeah.
If you click on players, and then just click off in the middle of the screen to get rid of that list.
Oh, okay.
Now your minimap only shows players. So it would be really dangerous to try and travel across country, but it's really useful to see who the heck's around in town. Especially once you start learning names of people you don't really want to know where you're going. Alright.
TEO recruiter is looking pretty dangerous.
So if you watch your minimap, alright, go back to the eye and turn on map pins. And let me know if there is one.
No, I don't see one.
How about now? There's not a white dot on the edge of your minimap? Really? Okay, they fixed it. No, okay, I was going to say don't zoom out, but... Okay, well, for a time they used to show map pins to anyone who was near you, so I can take that off my list.
From anybody else's map pins, that would be...
Right, like if you were like right next to somebody and they dropped a map pin, you could see it.
Oh, wow.
Well, so like if multiple groups wanted to travel somewhere, that would be pretty easy. Okay, so for right now, the technique I'm going to teach, point yourself kind of at 8 o'clock on the mini-map, because we're all arrows on the mini-map. Actually, go ahead and turn everything back on too before we forget on the eye list.
Okay, they're all on.
Alright, if you point yourself towards 8 o'clock, then what I always do is hit R, hit Control, and then use the right mouse button to steer. And so if we run, I'm going to run over and get my Cleric pack, and then I'm going to show you the EXP buying fun. And okay, so you already know you have to stop yourself if you're auto running. That's good. I mean, you can use WASD, you can hold both mouse buttons, but if you're using auto run, then if you start chatting, or you're looking at the mini map or whatever, you don't just stop, because usually it's when someone stops that they become a target. So the Seminary Trainer here, open that up. We're going to start buying stuff. You need at least power 1. And I would get both hit points. And then we're going to tag focus weapon proficiency, and that's going to open up the big list.
Yes, it certainly did.
So right at the top we got Agile Feet 1, get that. Then we very carefully grab the slider because we don't want to buy anything extra. And pull it down till divine attack bonus is easy to hit.
Okay, grab that one.
And then pull it down until you can see minor cure. And get that one.
There it is.
And that will do it for the Seminary Trainer. And then always get perception and stealth. Nickel, dime, penny, every little bit. Alright, and we have to go get an armor proficiency for the cleric armor I want to use, so we got to run over to the fighter. Sticking together is pretty important, but there's a reason I've not made a group. The way aggro works, if you're grouped, and like if we're grouped and I ran into a pack of ogres, some of them would attack the rest of the group.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's not common knowledge. I don't know why I ran to the bank, honestly. I put a link to a video of me running around grabbing the daily packs and buying this EXP stuff. And now I'm not following it. Actually, we should hop down to Classroom 1, shouldn't we?
Oh, good to me either way.
Yeah, let's hop down to Classroom 1. I want to leave this channel open for general help. Ah, there we go. Hey, Samric. Ooh. Alright, here for the Safe Travel Class. Okay. What we're doing is picking up a about 500 EXP of mostly cleric skills. So we're going to run with Agile Feet and Travel Domain and medium armor. So grab the medium proficiency, Renek.
Okay, medium armor, got it.
I'm going to tag up with the skirmisher and fighter packs real quick. I was debating I could expand this class and talk about getting like bow proficiency, equip our short bows, and fight if attacked, but I was trying to focus on very new players and just work on the technique of paying attention to your mini-map when you travel. And of course we'll practice, keeping the buff up, using the mini-map to thread through the packs of mobs and be alert for players. And we'll drop map pins where they're useful, not just on the destination. Like there's no point dropping it on the other side of a bunch of mountains. You might as well drop it at the first pass, or however you plan to go around them.
Is there any way to ever get more than one map pin, or is it always just the one?
If you're in a group, I think you can see multiple people's pins, but I've never had more than one down of my own. And feel free to ask any questions. I mean, travel or not. I'll answer what I can.
Appreciate it.
I've got an alt that's a coal miner. It's been running out of Rathglen. That I think I've seen 3 people. He's never been killed in PvP. Well, maybe except one time doing some escalation farming. But he's never been, like killed and robbed when he was gathering. And a lot of that is a never ever travel encumbered. But I also run with this little traveling package we're getting.
So with that second bar.
Right, keep that second bar completely clean. Because once you got a little strong back, maybe a gathering armor skill and some endurance bonus. Should be fine. Alright, now that we have our armor proficiency, we're going to hit the Cleric. And we'll get the Evangelist one and Holy Symbol proficiency. And that should open up a big list.
Did, yep.
Scroll that to the bottom and get Travel Domain 1.
Got it.
Alrighty, let me grab my rogue kit real quick. Okay, so we're gonna hit the I key, the F key, and the P key, and spread those windows out so you can see all 3. That's your feats, your paper doll, and your inventory. You'll probably see Evangelist.
Got him.
You can drag Evangelist in to the box that lights up, and then slot travel domain, exactly. The medium armor is just better protection against crits, And you're going to need your Acolyte's Battle Focus. So right now with Evangelist and Travel Domain, you've got 6% movement speed right off the bat without leaving town yet. When we click Agile Feet, it's going to be like 16% speed. But
yeah,
it's going pretty good.
So I've got Agile Feet and Agile Feet charging.
Okay, you want to drag the charging one off your bar and throw it away.
Okay.
And the same thing with minor cure. There's a minor cure and a minor cure charging. Just drag the charging one off your bar, because right now they have a chance to put you under the world.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which means
a
that
chance to do what?
they'll put you what we call under the world. It's the blue screen.
Oh.
If you've never seen it, you're not missing anything. They wrote.
Yeah, let's not do that.
They wrote a script to get everybody out of that like once an hour, but I would hate to wait till 10 to finish the trip. Okay, so once again, if you sort of point yourself somewhere and hit R, then hit Control, then use the right mouse to steer and tap the hotkey for Agile Feet as you go. So now you can watch the mini-map, and when it's clear on the mini-map, you can check your surroundings and your chat boxes. Of course, I'm in help chat, so I can't see tells and stuff. And if you let go of everything, you're still moving.
That's pretty nifty.
And like I said, man, I run, and like you can play a mage, and Well, here's another thing. I'm putting everything in the bank that I don't need to carry to Thornkeep. Because if I lag into a pack of wolves and die, I'm just going to lose 25% of my inventory. I mean, you don't even need PvP to make it dangerous.
I have to admit I've lost a lot of stuff, and none of it's been to players yet.
Oh, Grip. Okay, are you here for traveling? The fun run?
Really.
Okay.
Just wanted to listen to what you were
Cool.
talking about.
Yeah, alright. Well,
You're talking about Agile Feet, the cleric thing? Cleric spell?
yeah, actually, I have not typed everything up, but if you go to the Cleric Trainer and look at the unavailable feat travel domain, you can spend about 500 EXP and end up with Agile Feet and the travel domain.
That would be cool.
And that's like
I'll
15.
do that.
That's like 15% speed buff, and you can keep it up constantly. And I'm part of TEO, and I've run around a lot with people that have that energetic field, the mage buff, and they don't leave me behind. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe they have to go without it for a little while or what. And Agile Feet's something you can keep on constantly, but it seems to work.
I think I'll get that just so the next time that some little turd burglar takes a shot at me outside of Aragon, I'll be able to catch him and put more arrows in his butt so he actually dies instead of runs off at 10%.
Now, for catching people, energetic field is supposed to be like a 30% boost. For
I almost got him.
I think
almost got him.
I think it's like 12 seconds out of every 21 or something.
I think maybe he mistook me for somebody wearing just a shirt instead of actual armor. I'm not that guy.
Ah, okay, yeah. And that's another technique. The travel domain in Agile Feet and armor, like, okay, here's another good point. So we've got Evangelist, the armor feat slotted right now. If you mouse over it, you'll see that the speed effect is listed first.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's listed before keywords is going to be in effect even if you're naked, if you have that feat slotted.
Gotcha.
So if you have Pioneer or Scout or Archer or Evangelist, you have a little bit of a speed boost right there. And right now, Travel Domain does the same thing. I think in the future you might have to be compatible with the deity involved. So you could run naked with just a Cleric implement and cast Agile Feet, and you would look like somebody with nothing, but you'd be 16% faster. And once you get just a few Divine or Venture, whichever thing you're doing, there's an armor feat with a speed buff for all armor types. I think the wizard one's called Scholar. But once you get a few achievement points, you can get up to the +3 speed buff, 3% speed buff, pretty quick.
What's the max speed buff contribution that armor can give?
5%.
So you could get 10% base just off your... Or does travel domain go up as you get that feature higher too?
If you have to level Cleric, so that's a big EXP investment, but travel domain goes to 15%.
So you could theoretically get up to 30% move speed off Agile and...
With Agile Feet going, yeah, you would cast Agile Feet like once every 2 minutes, and you'd be at a 30% buff just for practically nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's definitely some good tools out there to help you stay alive. And really, most of it is is if you're not encumbered and you stay alert, because your minimap, it sees through hills. That's why I use it. As soon as you see a player on your minimap, head towards the nearest town. The Thornkeep guards will take care of the rest if they want to push it.
Right. When you zoom out, does that change the range that you detect players, or does it just make it smaller in the center?
What I've noticed from gathering is when you zoom out the minimap, it doesn't really help because stuff appears on it about the same range.
Okay.
And I find if I keep it at the default level, I kind of learn if you're the width of one of those dots away from a dot, it won't aggro. So like up here,
Okay.
we can't quite go between these goblins, but we can pick which ones we aggro. Sort of minimize the trouble. And of course we've got minor cure for whatever damage they do. There's not a whole lot of snare. If you can stay, I think, 25 meters away from someone, I don't think they can snare you right now. I'm not sure about whole person. Might have a longer range. Which is, it kind of sucks. It's the same as every video game out there. They throw snares and catch you. Or what they call it in Eve, tackling.
Yeah, exactly. I was an Eve player for years.
I'm not a big fan of crowd controls. I think that should be taken out of the strategy and tactics box and thrown away. I think we should just, between collision detection and stuff, like a snare is enough. You don't need stuns, I guess is what I'm getting at. I don't know. There's no perfect solution. Did you want to run to Thornkeep? Because we can run wherever. It's just the two of us actually running. So if there's someplace you want to go, that'd be fine. Or we can just run around looking at what we can get away with, or how long it takes to run somewhere, or anything. We had Lee's interview. He said if you're a gatherer, you should check out the corners of the map, because he would end up with resources and he just started dumping them.
Okay. I have no agenda, so this is already a ton more than I knew about the various tricks related to this, so.
Alright, well let me take out that bit about the map pin and respam this in case it's not visible. For the new guys. Oh, one other thing, if you guys haven't already been doing it, you can farm those daily packs.
What daily packs?
When you make a new character in Marchmont, you can run around and visit all the trainers and get some free starting gear.
And that's not seen as an exploit?
They haven't said anything about it. The thing is, it's +0 tier 1 gear, and armor does not drop from monsters. So there's usually people put it up on the auction house. I don't know. I think what I've heard is that they are going to get rid of all characters that do not earn EXP. So it's kind of like a perk of early enrollment, like when the starter goblins around the starter towns would actually drop gear. They said, kill how many you want because they're going away in 2 weeks. Eventually, that gear will all be ground out of the system.
Alright.
So let's say you're making a cleric. You can take your third slot and get the cleric pack every day, and eventually your cleric will have a full suite of first level spells, which is not really that. I mean, it's not like you're going to have 2 spells of each kind. I mean, yeah, I guess you could sell it for a few silvers, but no, as far as I've heard, there's no exploit to it because it's just not that valuable. And you're putting in a lot of time to do that. Unless you have 2 accounts, then it's pretty trivial. But since your your EXP earning characters can't do it but once, it's very limited right now. Like if you get a friend to join the game, you can just hand them some stuff. Like maybe they do it and they don't get, like lesser cure I think is one of the biggest deals in the whole thing. I see it come up about once a week. So
What's the difference between it and minor cure? I haven't really looked at cleric stuff at all.
you would have to equip your holy symbol implement on the paper doll, and then you could slot lesser cure in your top bar.
Oh, it's an expendable?
Yeah, and that uses power, and it heals quite a bit more than minor cure. But you slowly run out of power using it. So has your Agile Feet stopped working yet? Like you either get a cooldown on it, or you click it and it just doesn't seem to work?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's not like... It's like grayed out, but it's not the normal kind of...
Yeah. Sometimes if you switch to your other weapon, and then switch back, that'll help. Right now mine's doing this kind of, it has to warm up, looks like. One thing
So why did you take Evangelist?
I took Evangelist because that is the cleric armor with the speed improvement and an archery bonus.
But that would replace the archer armor feat, so for
Oh,
me,
right.
that's not worth taking.
Oh, sure. Well, if you've already got archer, then you would just keep archer and go pick up the travel domain.
And travel domain comes from the seminary or from the cleric trainer?
Travel domain itself comes from the Cleric Trainer, but you need like divine attack and power from the Seminary Trainer to train it.
Alright, got it.
Oh, and the focus proficiency, because that's what you cast it with, since it's an horizon. There's a link I dumped in chat of a character running through the pack quests and buying spending EXP on that sort of cleric package. But I didn't narrate it, and I ran through it real fast, so I don't know if it's really gonna be easy to tell what he's buying.
I'll figure it out.
Right on.
Can I cast Agile Feet on you? I think that's what was going on, is I had you selected.
Yeah, you can. And that's where the
Okay.
let's see, little goblin arrows hitting me. That's funny. That's where the charging version would rush you over to me to get you in melee range to cast it. And if there's a terrain, like I see it most of the time, if I had to go uphill to get to you, then I would end up under the world. And it's terrible, because you know right away, okay, about a minute after the hour I can get back in game. So I've got a thing where I'm tapping Agile Feet and it's not casting.
Yeah, mine's just doing that too.
What's funny is I can,
Deal is working.
yeah, like I'll switch weapon sets back and forth, and the heal is good to go, but Agile Feet starts this little cooldown thing.
Do you think that's just a bug, or
I think maybe I think they're trying to limit the speed buffs. I'm not 100% sure.
does seem pretty strong?
And energetic field is also very strong.
And that's a mage one. Do the
Yeah.
fighters and rogues get any sort of movement benefit?
Fighters and one-hand fencing rogues get charges. I don't know about
Right.
The fighter armor feat for archery gives speed 2%.
Yeah, it'll eventually give you 5%.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And rogues have a scout gives them. It's their archery. It's all the archery feats. Evangelist is the cleric feat that adds archery and speed. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, archery and divine attack bonus. The scout gives rogues, speed, perception, stealth, and ranged attack bonus. The archer, of course, yeah, gives fighters speed, ranged attack, and perception. Is it just speed and ranged attack?
There's one that gives speed on the encumbrance one too. Which one is
Pioneer, and yeah, I think maybe it is Rambler.
Pioneer, yeah.
No, Pioneer does, yeah.
Rambler gives
Rambler's
a bonus
stealth.
too.
Is it
I thought
speed?
Rambler did.
I
Maybe
can't remember.
Scout. I think Scout gives stealth.
Yeah, Scout's a rogue, right?
Yeah.
Well, hang on, we're in the stupid start town. Where are those guys? We're by Wizard.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty chill.
Hey, Nick.
We're enjoying our run buffs.
You guys out hunting?
No, doing a class on how to move really, really fast.
I was showing him some the cleric way to move fast.
Travel domain.
Travel domain, agile feet, and an armor skill that adds speed. Yes.
Cool.
All for under 500 XP. So
Yeah, 5 hours of XP will make your life a lot easier.
Something Hoffman mentioned though is that he's not too sure if they're this stacking because I got the travel domain and then I got the scout, but he's not too sure if at right now they're actually stacking. They're supposed to, but he doesn't think that it is.
It's hard to tell 1%, I admit.
Hey, I've got a question. What where would I got the cleric pack and I used lesser cure because that was the spell I pulled.
Nice.
Where do I slot that?
Okay, in your cleric pack there was a holy symbol.
Yep.
Can you put
It's in my
that?
paper doll. Yep.
Okay, then the cure will go in that like where your attacks and stuff are. It will go in that top bar. That's the expendables bar.
I don't see it under expendables.
Okay, if you hit F for feats and go to active feats,
I'm looking under active feats, expendable, there's nothing there.
but you did learn lesser
I
cure.
just used it. Yeah.
And
on that
are you in the weapon set with the holy symbol?
Holy symbol is on it and I'm holding my focus.
Okay, look at your. All right, you're looking at the feats window and your paper doll,
Yeah.
and you don't see lesser cure.
No, not under anything.
Hit the tilde key and see if it appears in feats.
All right, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, see, that's
it
a
shows
different
up
weapon
when I have
set.
My bow, but not my.
Okay.
Not my focus.
Look at the
That's a
paper
good thing.
doll. We'll see the paper doll. You have 2 implement slots, one that goes with each weapon.
Gotcha.
And so your holy symbol is with your bow, which is fine. It means you're out shooting things with your bow. You can stop and heal yourself. You don't need the implement. You need the holy symbol to cast it, see?
Okay, cool.
So that's actually a good way to do it. My gatherer runs with the longbow and cleric implement, and I have a holy symbol in both slots, so I always have the heal available. And between a run buff and between a minor cure and that lesser cure, I mean, you can heal your whole bar like twice. So you can really survive some encounters. Like I was telling Rinnick, am I saying that right?
Yeah, close enough.
Rinnick?
Rinnick's good.
Ridgnick? Alright, Rinnick. I was telling Rinnick, what I do is
Redneck.
I hit R and then Control. Then I just use the right mouse button while I'm running around, and I look at the mini map about half the time, 2/3 of the time, for long distance travel.
Oh, you guys just ran past me.
And the reason one reason that I will do that auto run is you're focused on traveling. Okay, you're not like, we're not going to mine our way over to Thornkeep. We're just going to get to Thornkeep. Now, if we had a big group, then it wouldn't matter as much. But 1 or 2 people, especially traveling alone, just do the traveling you got to do.
Hooray, I'm faster.
Trying to figure out how you would do a race.
I'm gonna go head up and do some farming and hunting. If anybody's interested, I'm gonna head back to the other channel. Hey, thanks for the info, Pino.
Sure thing. I'm gonna post it up in. There's a thread on the Paizo boards about traveling from midnight. Ironically enough, I'm gonna add to that. And thank you guys for being patient, as this is my first class ever and the first traveling class, and there's not a whole lot to it.
Super fun.
That's not intuitive, though. I never would have figured that out without you running through it, so I certainly appreciate it.
Cool.
And I have checked the Freeholder. It is Pioneer that's got the move speed. Rambler is Stealth.
Yeah. I think my gatherer right now has Travel Domain 2 and Pioneer 6, so he's got 9% speed from that, if they're working. So he's at like 19% speed now. And yeah, like I said, if somebody's after you and you see them in time, when you see somebody, obviously right now when it's kind of Wild West, if you see somebody on the mini map, just start heading away from them and head towards the nearest town. The Thorn Guards will take care of your problems.
The biggest thing with all that, though, is you have to remember to switch it back when you do start fighting. I keep forgetting.
Switching which?
Well, if you got the travel domain in there instead of your regular kind of fighting one and all that kind of stuff, all those kind of options, remember to switch them back before you start messing it up with monsters.
Yeah.
Right, so that'll replace your feature for damage or whatever.
It does. It does replace your feature, and if you're soloing, that might be the edge that keeps you alive. But if you're in a decent sized group, you got to figure is 10 or 15 points of damage worth the ability to bug out if a bunch of people come rolling up? Because you can't swap in combat.
Is there a timer on it though? Like, if as soon as you drop to out of combat status, can you switch stuff around? Is that the?
Yeah, you
how it
should be
works?
fine. Oh, and
Okay.
speaking of that, okay, if you're running along and you hit Agile Feet, and watch how long it takes you to put that wand back away. That's about how long mobs will chase you before they give up and turn back. About 12 seconds or 2 rounds.
Okay.
Give or take. And also, like I said, remember, if you're in a group, the aggro is a little weird. Stuff will attack. Oh, hey, Fiery.
Hey, have you guys started already?
Yeah, I did. I pretty much have explained it to everyone's satisfaction who is here.
Okay, so it's pretty much over already.